Hi friends, this is Anju. Hope you're doing great. As it is Valentine's Day today, I thought I'll make something special. So it's a veg pizza today. Who doesn't like a pizza? The best part about baking our own pizza is that of course it's much more healthier and it can be customized according to our preference. We would be making our own pizza sauce right from scratch. Try to stay away from store-bought pizza sauces. Our homemade pizza sauce is wonderfully simple and flavorful and is of course free of artificial flavors and preservatives and other chemicals. I'm sure you'll never want to order delivery again after you see how easy it is to make pizza at home using these fresh ingredients. The sauce could even be made in advance and used as required. So without much ado, let's check out the recipe. For making pizza, we shall prepare the dough for the base first. Into a mixing bowl, I am pouring in 1 cup of water. This is lukewarm water. I am also adding in 1.5 teaspoon of instant yeast, 1 teaspoon unrefined sugar. I am going to mix it well till the sugar dissolves completely. I am also adding around 2 tablespoons olive oil and around 3/4 of a teaspoon of salt. I'm going to mix it all well. Now let us add 2.5 to 3 cups of refined flour or maida. Let me give it a good mix first. We have to knead the dough into a soft and springy ball. You may use your hand to knead it. In that case, you have to knead it using your hands for around 8 minutes. Alternatively, you may use your stand mixer to knead the dough. In that case, you may use the hook attachment and knead it in high speed for about 3 to 4 minutes. You should be able to knead it to a soft and springy ball. I am greasing the mixing bowl and keeping the dough inside. I am also applying some olive oil all over the dough. Let us cover it loosely and keep the dough for rising. The dough should double or triple in size. Meanwhile, we shall prepare our pizza sauce. I am going to blanch 5 large tomatoes. For that, I have filled the cooking pot with water and I am bringing it to a vigorous boil. Meanwhile, I am giving few cuts on the skin of the tomatoes and I am keeping it aside. Once the water comes to a boil, transfer the tomatoes and allow the tomatoes to cook in the water for 2 minutes. After 2 minutes, I am taking it out and placing it in some cold water. The skin of the tomatoes could be removed this way. After removing the skin off, I am going to blend it in my blender jar until smooth. You may even just chop it into small pieces if you don't want to use a blender. Heat a pan and add in 2 tablespoons of any cold pressed oil of your choice. Add in a tablespoon of finely chopped garlic. Allow it to fry slightly. Now we shall pour in the pureed tomatoes. Let us give it a good mix and allow it to cook uncovered for around 4 to 5 minutes. I am also adding in 2 tablespoons of red wine. It is optional. You may omit it if you don't prefer using it. Give a mix once in a while. The mixture will have to reduce and come to a sauce-like consistency. Now I am going to add 2 teaspoons of dried basil and 2 teaspoons of dried oregano. I am also adding in some freshly ground black pepper powder. You may even add fresh basil and oregano instead. Mix well and cook further for 3 to 4 minutes. It has been around 4 minutes. As you can see, the sauce has thickened quite well. It should thicken a bit more. Let us add in salt to taste. Cook further until it is nice and thick like this. You can actually allow it to cool and refrigerate it and use it whenever you want to bake pizza. This pizza sauce would stay good for up to 2 weeks in the refrigerator or 2 months in the freezer. It is super yummy. It has been an hour. We shall check the pizza dough. It's risen really well. I'm going to punch it down and divide it into two equal parts. We can make two medium-sized pizza using this dough. Place the dough onto a greased and dusted pan. You may use a parchment paper if you prefer to. Place one portion of the dough and flatten it out towards the sides of the pan. You may flatten it to your desired thickness based on whether you like your pizza thin or thick crusted. Brush some olive oil on the pizza base. Now using a fork I am lightly pricking some holes all over the base. This will prevent the base from puffing up too much while baking. Now we shall spread our yummy pizza sauce on the pizza base. Spread it uniformly, leaving a little space on the sides. Now I am topping it with my favorite veggies. I am using different colored bell peppers, mushrooms, onions, and olives, both green and black colored ones. Now spread a generous amount of mozzarella cheese or pizza cheese on top. I'm going to bake it for 15 to 20 minutes at 200 degrees centigrade. It has been around 20 minutes. Let us check on our pizza. The aroma is unbeatable. It is difficult to resist my temptation to gobble it all down. If you want, you may place the veggies on top of the cheese to give it better looks on pictures. I'll show that also for the next one. For the next pizza, I'm flattening the dough. I'm not using a parchment paper this time. Spread the sauce. Spread some cheese and place the toppings. Spread some more cheese and more toppings. You can place the veggies on top of the cheese layer if you want it to be more visible after baking. In goes the pizza. There you go. So that's a super yummy pizza ready to be enjoyed. Do try it out, I'm sure you will love it. So friends, actually I wanted to bake a heart-shaped pizza, but then I was in a bit of a hurry, so I went on to make the more familiar circular-shaped pizza itself. Happy Valentine's Day to you. So here is a song specially dedicated to my YouTube family. एक दिन आप यूं हमको मिल जाएंगे, फूल ही फूल राहों में खिल जाएंगे, मैंने सोचा न था टिंग 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 टिंग, एक दिन जिंदगी इतनी होगी हंसी, झूमेगा आसमां गाएगी ये ज़मीं, मैंने सोचा न था टिंग 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 टिंग, एक दिन आप यूं हमको मिल जाएंगे, फूल ही फूल राहों में खिल जाएंगे, मैंने सोचा न था टिंग 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 टिंग, हमने सोचा न था टिंग 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 टिंग. So hope you have a memorable Valentine's Day. Do try out this super easy pizza if you like the recipe. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more such yummy recipes. So until I see you next time with another recipe, keep smiling, cook, enjoy.